Hi, Katrin.
Hello, Sabrina.
How are you today?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and thank you, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Eventprofs Together at Home. I'm Sabrina Myers from Hot Hospitality Exchange, and today my guest on Eventprofs Together at Home is Katrin. Katrin and I have known each other now for a little over a year, I want to say. Actually,
Yep.
probably we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
We
That's what I want
actually
to
did
say.
a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly a year ago. Me and Katrin, we did our Sustainable Event Professional Certification organized by the Events Industry Council and two fantastic ladies, Meek and Claudia, who facilitated it in Monaco last year. It was a really, really fantastic program. We met some brilliant people and had a lot of interesting learning and development, I'd say. So since then, me and Katrin have obviously kept in touch. We have done a few different collaborations together, and I'm going to pass it over to Katrin now to let you, so she can tell you who she is, what she does, where she is right now, and what the situation is in lockdown, I believe.
In lockdown. So I'm in Switzerland. This is where I was born and bred. And in lockdown, as everyone else, sitting at home. What I basically do is I'm the founder and owner of an event consultancy company called the Green Event Planner. And what I do is I offer help for vendors and caterers and venues and clients and other event profs on how to be more sustainable in their day-to-day work down to the event itself.
Perfect. And you are currently in Zurich, Switzerland?
I'm in the outskirts of Zurich.
Outskirts of Zurich, which is in lockdown at the moment.
Yes. So sitting at home.
Sitting at home, essentials only if you need to head out.
So Switzerland is quite nice when it comes to that. We're allowed to leave the house, just not more than a group of 3. I think it was 5. Now I think it's 3, but we can at least still leave the house and take a bit of a walk and have a bit of a breather here and there. So.
Okay, perfect. And how have you set yourself up at home? Do you have like a specific area that you work from? Do you move around? What's your kind of daily working situation right now? How has it been?
So I have quite a small apartment, and all I have is the kitchen table. I did one thing that I did change was I bought one of those gymnastic balls, and up this morning so I can bounce around a bit and
I love that. That's great idea.
On my back, so that works nicely. But other than that, it's just my kitchen table. But I have to admit, we're event profs. We are used to work in the craziest of all places, from backstage areas to like the back of a cab from one venue to the other. So I feel the kitchen table is not that bad.
Absolutely, I completely agree with that. It's there, life can always be worse. So what are your? I mean, are you sort of still following the same working hours, or are you kind of just taking it as it comes?
No, I tried. So we've been in lockdown for about 4 weeks now. And the first week I was all over the place. And ever since week 2, I found the rhythm, and it's pretty much the same as it was before.
Okay, perfect. And so what are your 3 daily essentials right now?
So my single most important item, it sounds stupid, but it is my balcony. I never really use my balcony because it's just there, and whenever it's nice outside, I go outside, and it has become my number one essential. I spend my first morning coffee on the balcony. I do my lunch break on the balcony. I have my glass of wine in the evening on the balcony. I'm so grateful it's there.
Yeah.
Second one is FaceTime, just because I think in Switzerland we don't really do video calls. So I started to teach my elderly relatives how to use it, and it has been a joy and a bit of a I don't know how it
project.
But it's been really fun. So that's the second one, and the third one is wine.
Yeah.
It helps.
Wine absolutely has been for me. It's been gin. Gin has been my friend. That's fantastic. So have you come to any kind of realizations in these 4 weeks that you've been at home in this lockdown situation?
I did. You know what? I really struggle with my creativity at the minute. And this is something that I realized that we feed off the energy of not just people, but also places. Like we see a new bar and we get ideas, and we see a restaurant and we try out this new drink, and we hear from people who have these ideas and they chit chat. And I really do struggle with just sitting at home and coming up with these great ideas at the minute, which is quite surprising, because this is essentially what we do. We sit on a table and we come up with all these crazy ideas. I just didn't think that we needed the outside stimulation to be creative.
Absolutely. But yeah, I guess we draw inspiration from our environment, right? And if our environment is static, that could be quite a big effect or have quite a big impact on our creative process. So yeah, absolutely. I never thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. Can you tell us what you're doing from a wellness perspective, both mentally and physically?
I do one that serves both. Like I said, I live in the outskirts of Zurich. So I have this beautiful lake just outside my house, and I try to take a walk every single day, just either for 20 minutes or for an hour, just to go outside all by myself. There's not too many people, and those who are there, they do take the 2-meter thing quite seriously. And that helps A, the creativity, because you're outside, and B, just emotionally and physically, this really helps.
Perfect. And obviously now a lot of people are online and they're consuming a lot of content. Or they're starting to pick up habits or different habits or do different things. Can you give us any recommendations, perhaps, of anything that you have been reading, watching, personalities that you might have been following that have given you some joy or some positive vibes and entertainment in the last few days?
I mean, I like the energy of the Eventprofs on Twitter, because you do feel like we're all in this together, right? But other than that, I have to admit, I kind of started to read again, and like fictional, like just stuff that has nothing to do with my day-to-day tasks.
Fantastic.
Which is really nice, because I feel like you're just in this bubble of screaming everyone, and reading books is nice.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. And so I guess the next question is, and I guess one of the answers for you is books, but are you practicing some form of digital detox?
Oh God, so I'm the worst when it comes to my mobile phone, because I have these like anxieties of like every time I shut off my phone, someone will probably die, which never happens, but you just never know. So I really tried the detoxing thing, and I shut off my phone for like 2 hours, and I was more nervous than ever. So I was like, it's just not going to work for me. What I do is I take liberties in answering. So if I feel like I just need a moment, I'll just let it ring.
Excellent. That's good. I mean, baby steps, right? I mean, a lot of people do like complete, like after 6 p.m. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at my laptop, any of that. But I'm like you. I think I still need to be connected to the outside world, and I like, my notifications coming up, and if something is interesting, I will open it. And if it's not, then I know it came up, but I can just ignore it till the next.
Exactly that.
So what is the first place that you are going to go to once this lockdown situation is over and you can leave your house and go to somewhere that's open, because everything will be open?
Oh God. So we are so excited, me and my friends. There is this awesome, beautiful beer garden in Zurich called Frau Gerold's Garden.
I know, it's amazing. I've been there.
Oh my God. It's just like and it usually opens at the beginning of April.
Okay.
So, and that was also the time where you started to feel like a caged animal. So we had like all these quirky conf calls with friends. And it was literally the first thing we all said, like, let's just go to Frau Gerold's the second we can leave the house. So it's going to be Frau Gerold's.
Excellent destination chosen. If I lived in Zurich, I would probably go there too. And they've got a gin bar, so yep.
Guess what? It's probably not just us. It's going to be 1 million people flocking Frau Gerold's.
Probably. So what is, once we're allowed to get on a plane again, what is the first place that you want to travel to?
So here's the thing. I always go on beach holidays with a friend of mine in late autumn. And we had a bit of a conversation last week, because we both feel like when it comes to COVID-19, we're still in this like honeymoon phase of like, this is a fun, adventurous month, and then everything will go back to normal. Yeah. So as it stands right now, we still aim to go to Asia in November.
You know what?
I'll keep
You don't know. We all have to remain hopeful that that will still stay. And then, yeah. So Asia. Where in Asia?
Thailand.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that sounds really nice for November, actually.
I know.
And so, last question, any words of advice or positive vibes for all of us event profs that are in this situation together at the moment?
Honestly, I should say that because this is the essence of my company, but also because I do feel it's a very, very challenging time for climate deniers or climate change deniers at the minute. It obviously shows that what we do as humans contributes to the climate change. So my number one recommendation for Eventprofs is you now have a bit of time. Google sustainable event solutions, because I do feel and do believe that once the government has time for other things again, we will probably face much more restrictions in terms of sustainability, and the faster you're ready, the better.
Absolutely. And that is fantastic advice and very, very insightful and helpful advice, actually, because I think that, you know, we finally have an opportunity to be able to re-strategize and rebuild things from the ground up in some places. So that's definitely something important. So thank you so much, Katrin, for your time today. Thank you for being a event prof on my Event Profs Together at Home series.
So excited. Thank you so much.
And to the rest of you, thank you for watching again. Of course, there's many more event profs around the globe that I hope to catch up with. So stay tuned, stay inside, stay positive, spread positive vibes, and yeah, stay tuned to the next one. I'm Sabrina Myers, Katrin, and we will be in touch again soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.